Hello, dear Cancer. How are you? This is the little tarot illumination. This is us over here. This is tarot illumination, and we're doing reports for the North Node in Leo, May 2017 to late 2018 for Cancer. Now, this could be for Cancer Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay, please read for all of those. And Cancer, also read for your own moon and rising too, okay? Now, also, it's very, very important. I really urge you to watch the 13th video, or it might be the first one. It's for all the signs. It's a sort of like this generic blurb about the whole North Node in Leo phenomenon anyway. Basically, it's about an evolutionary journey, about where we're coming from and where we're headed, what we need to leave behind that's no longer serving us or anybody else, and where we need to go, which might be a sensation of going deep into the unknown, okay? Where we've never been before, but that's evolution, okay? So it's like there's no escape. I mean, this is happening for everybody. It's just for different signs. It's in different houses, different areas in their life. But the same evolutionary energy is there for all of us, okay? We are being asked, invited, basically forced to evolve. And evolving means change. It means change. It's the, the caterpillar turning into the chrysalis, turning into the butterfly, okay? It may not be the most comfortable process, but it is evolution, and you do grow and you do evolve. You become a better, happier person for yourself and for others. It's very, very, very personal, but it's also generic for everybody, okay? Now, for Cancer, with you guys, this North Node is going to be in your second house. Okay, so it's kind of a big deal. You might feel it in very tangible ways. It's all about money, your self-worth, stuff, things like the really tangible aspects of your life that you can really hold on to, your wealth, your talents, your skills, everything that's really, really like, it's not your personality, but it's you. It's like what you have that is valuable. Now, in the South Node, which is over in your 8th house, okay, that's Aquarius. And that's wonderful, noble, and having all that over there. And you might have a lot of treasure over there, but it might be stagnant, and it's time to bring it over here into the 2nd house, where it can really, really, the real value can be exposed and shared with everybody else. Because over there in the 8th house, it's all about intimacy, shared resources, and you might have been, completely oblivious, purely innocent to the notion that you might have been giving away all your wealth, all your power, for the sake of the community, for the sake of humanity. Meaning well, I mean, there's no harm in that, but it's like it's overdone now. It's history. You've done all that. And it's about time to like draw some boundaries here and stop giving it all away. Stop giving away all your wealth, all your power, all your talents to the group, to the humanity, because they'll just keep sucking it up as long as you keep giving it away. And, you deserve something for yourself. So money is a really important theme for Cancerians, mostly adults, anywhere over the age of 17 where you might be earning money, any Cancerian, you're going to feel it like, wait a minute, I deserve to get paid. I'm actually worth something, okay? In fact, I'm freaking awesome. I can do this, 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 and this. I got that, and that skill. And if you don't mind, it's about time I showed everybody, and I got paid for it. So here's what we're going to do, blah, 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 okay? So that's the kind of theme that we're talking about here. And there's no harm in that. It's really important that you have a chance to shine and really, really kind of almost indulge in the worldly, tangible, juicy aspects of life, like good food, parties, good company, good stuff, good things, having money in the bank, being appreciated and valued for who you are and what you do, and the talents that you have, okay? That's perfectly normal. You don't have to like just be like this, you know, just empty your wallets to everybody and everything else. It's time to focus on yourself, not in a narcissistic way, not in a greedy way, not in a psychopathic like me, 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 me. It's all about me, me, me way. No, it's about being kind and generous and loving to yourself. It's about opening up your heart energy to yourself, being really, really kind and generous and loving to yourself. And people are going to notice. It's just like, wow, if you can do that to yourself, totally shamelessly, and become abundant, maybe even rich in your own way, that makes sense, then that's pretty freaking cool. That means, wow, I can do that too. We were talking about going on this like epic evolutionary journey, being on the bus together. It is sort of like that. And you have your way of expressing, okay? It's really important that, Cancer, that you express yourself very creatively, imaginative ways in the second house that that can be appreciated and valued. So you get paid for it, okay? You know, you deserve it. And it's okay to enjoy the rewards, okay? It's okay to enjoy getting paid and be valued and celebrate that and almost show off. It would make sense to do that. It sounds totally absurd, but you would actually have the right to do that in this particular evolutionary step, okay? So we're going to do it sort of pretty basic. It's a big reading, but it's only 4 little cards, so I hope that you understand that this is kind of like a very broad spectrum reading. Read for your moon, read for your rising, read for the all signs preview, okay? So Cancer, sorry, let me just do a couple more big chunky changes here. It's going to be sort of, let me explain it. Hold on. We're going to do big, fat, extreme cuts. So this is kind of where you're coming from. That's sort of like the South Node Aquarius energy in your 8th house, okay? Stuff to leave behind. You've been there, done that. It's over, it's over, it's over, okay? Nothing more to prove. Time to move on. This direction. So this is the present, where we are right now. This is the ever, ever, ever continuing present. And here's the challenges with this evolutionary path. And here is hopefully how we're going to hopefully figure it out and handle it and do this morphing thing, okay? So let's have a look. Let's have a look here, dear Cancer. What's the situation? Where are you coming from? Oh my gosh, you have really tied yourself up in knots. Duh. Okay. And a lot of it might be just to do with attitudes. Attitudes, perceptions, beliefs that you have inherited from the past, and you never questioned them. It's just, this is how it was. This is how it was always done, how it always will be. And I never imagined it could be anything different. And because of the Aquarian energy, which tends to be very selfless, okay, where the energy is focused on the good of the community, what's good for everybody, you might have completely neglected yourself. And maybe you're starting to become aware that in neglecting yourself, denying yourself the love and the abundance that you deserve, you've actually been hurting yourself. And others may have been taking advantage simply because you're giving it all away. All right? And it's about time you woke up and realized that, because, you know, if you keep giving it all away, you're actually hurting yourself. You're depleting yourself. You empty yourself. And it's becoming painfully aware that this is not a healthy way to be. I mean, theoretically, yes, it's wonderful to be very humanitarian, care about the greater community, and being willing to give it all away because you think there's a world of infinite abundance, which, yes, we would all agree. However, you might have you've overdone it, okay? It's history, it's done. You don't have to prove anything anymore. It's time to take care of yourself a little bit. And it might be that with the Aquarian energies, it's very, very logical and mental. You could have been so tied up with attitudes, thoughts, and beliefs about, you know, resources, shared resources, intimacy, that you ended up tied up like this, like in a state of bondage with other people that was actually unhealthy. And it needs to be released, and all these misperceptions need to go. So if this is what you're dealing with right now, this is a serious challenge. If the past is like this for you, if this is your South Node energy, then this is really, really challenging, dear Cancer. And we need to deal with it, okay? There's a lot of stuff here to deal with it. And even though it's a lot of swords energy, you can feel it in the emotions, okay? Somehow or other you can feel it, and you're going to have to face it, okay? There's no escape. You're going to have to face this, but obviously you're not dealing with that idea of having to face it, okay? For whatever reason. Maybe you've been so selfless, you're scared of being selfish. You're terrified and ashamed of being selfish. Not selfish. What we're going to do here is learn how to love the self, okay? There's a big difference. So where are we right now? What's the challenge here? Okay, more swords. Okay, Cancer, you're a very watery sign, all about the emotions, the heart and the home and love and family and security and warmth. And all of a sudden we're dealing with all these swords. So it might be very shocking and painful that you're coming to a realization about these challenges, about how you have been giving it all away for the point, for what? For what exactly? It's almost like being charitable to the point of being stupid. Okay, like, okay, charity is wonderful, being humanitarian is wonderful, but if you're literally just, just giving it all away till there's nothing left for you, that's shockingly unhealthy. That's a very, very unloving way to conduct yourself. And if you are fighting this energy, like saying to yourself, this can't be true, I can't believe it, I thought it always worked that the more you give, the more you receive. Well, up to a point, yeah, but you still got to take care of you. You deserve to be valued. You deserve to be rewarded. You deserve to be paid. You deserve to be happy and have fun and enjoy the good things in life, like some other people do, okay? And you might be struggling with that truth. You might be fighting it, and you might be getting messages of that truth from your surroundings, but it's still a struggle, okay? Sometimes the truth hurts. Sometimes you want to fight it. You might be very naive about these truths. And it's almost like embarrassing, like, I can't believe this. I can't believe that's where I've been coming from all this time. And I thought it was like the right way to be. But it's almost like, it's almost like a humanitarian community takes advantage of you. Like, oh, well, if they're willing to just give it away, we'll just take it all. Thank you, Cancer. And that truth is painful, but it needs to be faced. It needs to be realized. We need to pop those bubbles. We need to pop those fake attitudes, those fake truths, those fake understandings, okay? Get rid of these, okay? So you might be struggling with that, Cancer. So what is the challenge with all of this? Oh, okay. The challenge, well, this is a beautiful card, but it's in a challenge position here. Handling all this is giving you it's like a vivid awareness of everything that you've been missing. Okay? It's like, it's almost like, it's almost like being like a rebel warrior fighter for the good of mankind. You've denied yourself all of this. It's like the good soldier who's done all sorts of wonderful epic stuff for others and for humanity, and making that happen for them in terms of shared resources and sharing your energy with them. You've depleted yourself to the point where you're missing all of this. This is the card of like almost ultimate happiness. happy home, happy families, happy mom, being a mom and a dad, having kids at home, and sharing the love. People sharing their love with you, you sharing your love with others. You may have been starving, literally starving in that area because of an endless process of being intellectually convinced that you have to give it all away. No, 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 Cancer. You need some of this yourself, okay? You deserve some of this. You deserve all of it, frankly, okay? This is the card of happiness. Happiness, happiness, happiness. If you're struggling, feeling happy on this epic journey of evolution, then what are we going to do about it? Oh, poor Cancer. I'm feeling really... Oh, man, this is hurting me. Ow. What are we going to do? No, Cancer, Cancer, you're going to have to learn. It's like the fundamentals of love, of self-love, of self-worth. It's almost like starting from scratch. It's like being like one of those like peace warriors or something, and you've done so much and you meant so well, and you come back home broke and damaged and nothing to show for it, and nobody even notices and nobody even cares because they've already evolved and moved on, but you didn't. And now it's like you're struggling to fall in love with yourself. It's self-worth. This is a self-worth issue. The second house values self-worth, okay? So it might be that the way to deal with this and this, the shocking truths is what you've done to yourself. It's almost like self-harm, taking your humanitarian aspects to the extreme. Sorry, I'm getting all messed up here. I can't help it. In order to reclaim this, you need to love you first, okay? You need to start loving yourself first in a way that's very evident to others so that it shows, okay? And in so doing, it's like you can start the whole journey again, but doing it right this time. Love you first, Cancer. It's very, very important that you take care of yourself. Learn to love yourself, cherish yourself, and value yourself, okay? So that you can do that for others again sometime in the future. But right now, love you first, okay? Love you first. And if you've been deeply wounded in wars, whatever kind of wars, spiritual, mental, psychological, physical, it's time to heal yourself, okay? They call this the caduceus. It's not a genuine one, but we'll just say it is. But it's like, I have a little song. Here's the lyrics. It's only a couple of lines. It goes like this. I am healing. I am healed. 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 Okay? Love yourself, Cancer, in the most delicious, satisfying ways. Indulge yourself. Treat yourself. Make sure you get paid. Okay? Thank you, Cancer. All the best with the epic journey. You're on the same bus with the rest of us. We love you. Love you first. Okay? That's the message. Fall in love with yourself and love you first. Okay? Start all over again.